The last light the ocean was calm when the ardent star set sail from the port of Lisbon. It was a cargo vessel, but on board were also 12 crew members and a seasoned captain, Elias Marlowe, a man who had spent more of his life at sea than on land. By the third day, the sky changed. Heavy, dark clouds rolled in like giants, and the wind howled with the voice of something ancient. The weather reports had warned of a storm, but none had predicted this, a monstrous cyclone forming rapidly in the Atlantic. By dusk, the ship was fighting to stay afloat. Reef the sails. Secure the cargo. Captain Elias roared over the shriek of the wind. Lightning tore through the sky, illuminating massive waves that towered like cliffs. Rain pelted down in angry sheets, and the sea churned with fury. Inside the control room, the radio crackled with static. No signal. No help. The ship groaned and creaked, metal strained by the force of the waves. Water poured onto the deck, sweeping away crates and ropes. Crew members clung to whatever they could find, eyes wide, lips murmuring prayers that were lost to the wind. Suddenly, a wave, taller than the mast, crashed onto the ship. Crack! The mast snapped like a twig. Sparks flew as the power line broke, plunging the ship into darkness. The vessel tilted hard, nearly capsizing. In the chaos, one of the youngest sailors, Marco, was thrown across the deck. Captain Elias, risking everything, crawled through the flood to reach him, dragging him to safety. "We're losing her, sir," cried First Mate Jonah, gripping the railing. Elias knew. The ship was bleeding, taking on water fast. He had one choice: head straight into the eye of the storm, or be shattered by the waves. "Turn her into the wind," he commanded. It was madness. But it was also the only chance. The engines roared to life, fighting the sea's resistance. The ship groaned, climbing each monstrous wave like a wounded beast. For hours, they struggled. Men fell. Prayers were screamed into the void. Lightning struck the stern, setting part of the cargo hold ablaze. But Elias stood firm, steering with everything he had left. Then, silence. The wind stilled. The rain stopped. They were in the eye of the storm. Around them was a wall of clouds and chaos, but in that brief circle of calm, the stars appeared, just for a moment. The men wept. Not because they were safe yet, but because they had survived this far. Captain Elias, his hands trembling, looked out at the sea and whispered, "We are not beaten. Not yet." And as the storm's eye passed, and the winds returned, the ardent star sailed on, broken, battered, but still afloat.